I'm holding a cookery book which is from primary school, which was the year about 73, 74, I reckon. When I was doing cookery classes in school, this was the cookery book that we learned from. So as you can see, it's been through the wars. It's very old.
What do you remember cooking from it?
Scrambled eggs would have been the first lesson that we did. Then at breakfast, we did a porridge. Then we went on to making cakes. And that's as far as I can remember now on it from memory.
I noticed you had something written in the first page there.
Oops, sorry.
Dumplings.
Oh, dumplings, yeah, it's a hand note on dumplings itself, sorry. I don't even know where I got this recipe from, but I obviously wrote it down. It was important to me, but I cannot remember where I wrote it down from or who even gave me the recipe.
And what year was that from?
It would have been about 73, 74, I reckon, this book itself. Or it could have been published beforehand. It's just the year I was in school I'm referring back to, in primary. So the one for the dumplings, it's very simple. Flour, suet, salt, water. Mix it through, throw it in your stew, and yeah, very filling.
And the last thing I'm going to ask you, do you use anything from it now? Do you use it?
I actually refer back to the book, yeah, because there's some of the recipes today have an awful lot of ingredients in them that you don't actually need. So I do like to go back to the old recipe book itself. Like in regards of a sponge cake or anything, I find ingredients, modern books put a lot more different things in, whereas it's very basic, it's very basic recipe cooking in that way. So, yeah, you know what to do with apples, sewer pudding, make your own jams, make your own marmalades, how to treat meat, and vegetables. It's all very basic, and looking after your kitchen, how to actually clean your cooker and clean down everything. But I suppose this was the first type of, health and safety in that way, cleaning up the scullery as they call it, which is printed in the book. So it wasn't even a kitchen then, it was a scullery. So, yeah, some very interesting ones, I have some marked out if I can find them now. I know one was Charlotte's pudding that I did, sponge pudding. Can't find that in a minute. Bread and butter pudding, which is a really old favourite. That's really nice now to do. Queen of puddings. There was always different but basic ingredients because we didn't really have a lot of money then. There was a lot of pressure on the mothers, to give you that. The first stew I actually made was made of mutton, which years ago that was used. It's obviously the cheaper cut of meat from an old sheep, so it was, big family, like big pot of stew, so the mother had to think on her feet, what to do. And years ago it was always a lot of big joints of meat that was used, whether it was a shoulder of bacon, whatever, a couple of heads of cabbage. But we never had chips as youngsters. We actually had handmade chips. My mother used to do a really large pot of potatoes, and the next day she'd cut them up and fry them in the pan. They'd be known as turkey chips then, that would have been the name given for them, turkey chips. It's literally just sliced potato, that's all it is. But a fancy name for them, I suppose. So, yeah, that's...
The rain has came as well on you when you were talking there. But what's the name of the book again?
Don't even know the name because the cover's gone. I think it was economics something. I cannot remember. There's nothing there even to give me a clue. This is how old she is, like the old ads coming up in it, and yeah. So I can't actually remember. I know I had a red and white cover, the book. That much I do remember. And penguin.